Hello, and welcome back. This is your Greenwash of the Week.
We're your hosts, Nick
and Brianna with Rainforest Action Network.
This week we're going to take a look at a case of political greenwashing, the so-called Copenhagen Accord.
The Copenhagen Accord was formalized last week, but it still remains little more than a New Year's resolution penned on a greasy, booze-stained napkin.
Climate change is a big freaking deal, and scientists agree that if we don't take real action right now, entire cultures, countries, and species may disappear forever.
So, in December 2009, the world came together in Copenhagen, hoping for a fair, ambitious, and legally binding treaty to address a serious problem facing humanity.
And then Obama showed up, and with him came the shady backroom deals by the leaders of the most polluting countries in the world. Deals that completely excluded the most impacted people and communities.
And voila! The Copenhagen Accord was born. A non-binding, non-ambitious, and definitely unfair agreement brokered by President Obama.
Who greenwashed it as a grand achievement? Some highlights from the Copenhagen Accord include:
countries should work together, and a global peak in emissions should happen as soon as possible.
ASAP. No timetable at all.
The Accord doesn't set emissions targets either. Rather, it urges deep cuts, and countries promise to try various approaches. Nick, are you okay? I think he's choking. The science says he will die in 2 minutes without air. Come on, everybody, we need to help him.
Calm down, everyone. We'll just try a variety of approaches.
Like the Heimlich.
No, I don't think China will ever agree to the Heimlich.
And the U.S. Senate is opposed to anything involving mouth-to-mouth.
Well, we really should unblock his airway as soon as possible.
Yeah.
Can we just make an agreement to come back and make an agreement at a later date?
Yeah. We promise we'll work something out by 2011. Join us next week for another life-threatening episode of Greenwash of the Week.
This episode of Greenwash of the Week was brought to you by the Change Chevron campaign, because energy shouldn't cost lives.
If you see an example of greenwashing this week, send it to us via Twitter @ChangeChevron, on our Facebook page, or good old-fashioned email, greenwash@ran.org.